Hey Zookeepers, welcome to my channel and welcome to South America. My name is Chris and I'll be your tour guide today. First up on our tour we have some staff facilities. Yes, God, nothing too fancy of course. Nothing but the bare minimum for our employees on the ground level. But everywhere else I assure you that we've spared no expense. Um, I had to start a new zoo, but I had zero desire whatsoever to build an entrance. Right now, anyway. So I just plopped down a plaza, for the time being to as a space saver type thing, and just immediately made it to the first habitat because that's what I wanted to do. That's why I play Planet Zoo, not to build entrances. I play to build habitats for these beautiful animals. So first up, I decided to build a habitat for the giant otter. Um, what originally was meant to be just a simple entrance habitat quickly turned into Cinderella's castle in Disney World, complete with a man-made waterfall. Like I said, we spared no expense. So speaking of this man-made waterfall, does anybody else have a hard time with these pieces? Or is it just me? Am I just dumb? I don't understand. I have a very, very hard time with it. I think it's mostly just because of the edges and covering them up in a way that looks natural it feels impossible. Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible. That's me. 9 times out of 10 when I'm playing this game. No, but I think in the end I got the waterfall to really come together. I still struggle with the waterfall special effect pieces, not the pieces that I'm using now, like the little spigots that you can use. I have a very hard time lining them up correctly. As I went back and was editing this video, I realized I was like, oh, that one's a little crooked. So I did go back and fix it. So in the next episode, you'll see that it's fixed. Um, but yeah, so I just wanted to place down the basics. When I put together a habitat, I am very methodical. I think that's the right word. I'm not a dictionary. Um, where I go in and I'm like, okay, first I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to put down the enrichment items, and then I'm going to do foliage, and then I'm going to do rock work, and then I'm going to go back in and do more foliage, and then, wait, no, I need to decorate this, and then piece by piece it all comes together. So throughout a lot of it, it kind of looks messy. I won't lie, it does, but by the end of it, the end is what matters, right? It's not how we got there, but it's that we got there. That's the true tea. True tea of the day is that we got there. And by the end, I really think this habitat came out super great. It's huge. It's way bigger than I had originally intended. This is sandbox, so I have a lot of settings turned off. So there's a massive amount of giant otters here, way more than there should be. Yes, of course, I had to go back in and make sure that there was actually stuff on the bottom of the lake, pond, river, waterfall. I don't know what body of water. Even though you can't see inside it, I feel better and I can sleep better at night knowing that it is decorated and there is stuff down there. Plus, it looks better for screenshots and cinematic shots at the end of the video. Wink, wink. Which, by the way, of course, if you make it to the end of the video and you really enjoyed everything that you're seeing, please like and give a subscribe. But yeah, so moving on, we're just doing some rock work. I hate rock work. It's my least favorite part of Planet Zoo. No matter what I do, I can never make it look natural or like it belongs there. Even when I try to make it look fake, I still can't make it look right. I don't know. I can't do the rock work. I wish there was an auto rock work button or something. Because I hate it. I hate it. But you need to do it. You have to use rocks in order to make your habitats look at least a little bit decent. I really fell in love with the dynamic moss rocks for this habitat. Depending on how you place it, like the moss will show or whatever. Um, but it took a lot of rocks to get it to look fine. Here I'm messing with the placement of the rocks a little bit because I wanted the otters to be able to like cross the waterfalls if they chose to. I believe later on I decided to forget about that because I wanted it to look good, and when it was all open and everything it didn't look good, and so I took their fun away and said no crossing waterfalls for you. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Oh god, who told me to make a YouTube channel? That was a really poor decision on their part. Oh, Lord have mercy. So I've decided as a running joke for the channel, we're going to like Super Saiyan speed through all the rock work. Like, look at this. We're done. Well, for now, anyway, because there's always more rock work to be done. But I was over it at that point. That was a lot of rock work. So here I just wanted to throw in some, some food for them because that they have to eat their animals. And then I start working on making this waterfall blend in and make it look natural. I do like it. I think it came out really nice, actually. I just wish, I don't know, I wish we could turn off the borders for these waterfalls. I know there's a mod, I believe that is just the water part, and I should probably get that so I can stop my bitching. But then what am I going to do with all my spare time if I'm not bitching? She's a bitch. So as I continue with the foliage, I found these pointy thingies. I can't remember what they're called right now. And I couldn't decide if I liked them or not. I ended up getting rid of them. They were just a little too phallic for me. A little too Little Mermaid, VHS cover, castle, yeah, it was too much. I didn't like it, and I couldn't, it just looked stupid, so I was like, we're just gonna get rid of these. But doing foliage is one of my favorite parts of building a habitat, opposed to rock work that I hate. Foliage, I could do all day. I could just sit there and spin the little bushes and flowers and trees all day long, and just, I will be so content. Yeah, it's very relaxing to me. A lot of people want a foliage brush. I would cry. I mean, I guess having options is always nice. Who doesn't like to be verse? But I mean, I prefer to just place and plop, place and plop, place and plop and twist. From Kenner. That's foliage planting in a nutshell for me.
And I don't see you out there walking children in nature.
Do y'all have any irrational fears, like a shark in the swimming pool or something like that? Well, working on this habitat unlocked a new one for me. As I was building under the water, it made me think of the movie Anaconda with Jennifer Lopez, and I was just like, wow, I really hope there's no snakes in here. That would be really, really scary. And it was all I could think about anytime I went under the water for the rest of this build. That's all I could think about. But speaking of snakes, I know this zookeeper who had a very hard time breeding his snakes, and so he took them to the vet, and the vet said that he had reptile dysfunction. You get it? You get it? Reptile, reptile. You get it? It's funny. Haha. Yeah. Subscribe. And now, just add glitter.